So as far as recommendations go from the study, what we see is, first, implement manager-specific pilot programs. Interesting to note that the Telework centers are now offering free use of the Telework centers for managers. Educate all management levels on Telework drivers and benefits. So ensure that there's alignment between what the agencies are supposedly being tasked to do and what the managers understand that their priorities are. Address productivity concerns, focus on output. I talked about that a second ago, but performance-based. Instead of managing by looking over people's shoulders, by tasking them with tangible deliverables and making sure they meet them. And importantly, incorporate face-to-face interaction. So it's not sufficient just to send people out with laptops and never see them again. You have to work out how to bring those people into the office and have a discussion, or maybe use some type of facsimile, whether that's video, lunch meetings, what you will. But it's not a matter of, it's not a home alone program. And then we have what we refer to as the Magnificent Seven, management tips. And I won't read these to you, but there are a series of tips available at the Telework Exchange for you. Starting with not all positions are Telework friendly, and not all positions can work from home all the time. So for example, if you're a security guard, it's probably not going to be a very good fit for you to telework, but maybe once a month you have paperwork that you need to fill out. You could, on that day, work from home if you have other assignments. So just to chat a little bit about the Telework Exchange. We're an online community, a public-private partnership. We have tremendous support from federal agency executives who participate in the exchange. On the site, we have a series of calculators. As a federal employee, you can go in, note your commute, type of vehicle you drive. Doesn't have to be make and model, just sedan, SUV, compact, what you will. How many days you commute, what distance you commute. You press a button and it gives you back what you spend. Your back as well. It gives you back how much you spend on commuting each year, how many tons of effluent you put into the environment each year. And importantly, if you include your federal pay grade, it will tell you what percentage of your after-tax income you're spending on commuting. So each year, the average federal employee who commutes 5 days a week, we have more than 5,000 federal employees in the database. So we can calculate the average federal commute. The average federal employee spends $10,580 a year on his or her commute. They spend 245 hours of their life getting to and from work each year. Incidentally, more time than they spend on vacation each year. And they contribute 8 tons of pollutants into the environment. So when the price of gasoline goes from $2.15 to $3.05 in the aftermath of Katrina, we can calculate the average federal employee is more than $500 a year worse off after taxes based on that increase in gasoline prices. And we've testified on a series of these issues. And so as you can see, based on how many days you commute, the information fluctuates. Now this is based on an average, so each person, when they enter their information, gets a different figure. Yes, sir?
Just one question before you go on. I work in direct line supervision management, and I cannot fathom management working out versus nothing management. You can use examples, but it should just be like third and fourth line. I mean, really high executives, but not line management. You're not talking about that.
I'll leave that actually to Kathy and
we'll
Jack to talk about specific examples, if that's okay. But thank you for the question. So as far as resources for the managers go, we offer the Magnificent Seven, the tips for managers. In terms of implementing telework programs, we have guides for managers. We have toolkits for managers. We have bulletin information, so please visit the site. We also have information on agency policies, which you can browse and learn more about available resources. We publish the Teleworker. I think you have copies of this magazine every other month. And if you'd like to receive an electronic or physical copy of the Teleworker, you can go to the Telework Exchange, www.teleworkexchange.com, and register on the site. We've also engaged in some fun promotions. We have a couple of fake palm trees that we cover in $2 bills and just drop them off randomly outside federal buildings, which has been a lot of fun. Time is money. Money doesn't grow on trees. And so people can line up and pull $2 bills off the money tree. You may have seen ran a half-page story in the front cover of the Washington Post, ran across a series of the media vehicles. So this is another fun program, and we'll be bringing now the weather is better, we'll be bringing the money tree out. Please go to the site and you can vote where it should show up next. We have a series of best practice seminars. Mark your calendars, if you would, for April the 12th. PTO is going to be talking about how it uses technology to enable productivity benefits, cost savings, and the like. We have a town hall meeting. If you would, please mark your calendar for September the 12th if you're interested in attending at the Ronald Reagan building, I believe that is. We also have a series of awards, and the nominations are due by April the 9th. We have a series of categories, and we recognize agencies for their excellence in federal telework. Coming soon, the Telework Exchange online eligibility gizmo. So, as we talked about before, only 19% of eligible federal employees are currently teleworking. So, based on the fact that 79% of federal employees said they would telework if they were given the opportunity, this makes us believe that many federal employees don't know they're actually eligible. And so, when we went through and looked at all the agencies' telework policies, what we found is there's a lot of inconsistency. And so by building an eligibility gizmo, which will work something like a Cosmo quiz, federal employees will be able to go to the website, take the eligibility gizmo quiz, find out whether or not they should be eligible, find out how much they're spending on commuting each year, print the two and go to their manager and say, hey, I'd be interested in, it looks like I'm eligible, can you talk to me about the opportunity to telework? And this works for managers as well as for employees. That is all I've got. Thank you very much indeed for your time.